It's time to let that mighty eagle soar once more.
It's just an awful song.
Wow.
Ugh.
He's not quite a songwriter, is he?
Patriotic drivel.
Cover up some more statue boobs, you idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really is a dirtbag.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys hear the F. Bush on CNN?
Nope, haven't heard that either.
Well, I guess we should warn people the F word is coming. It's time to just add the F word to the English language.
Well, this was on CNN, so it's news.
Well, every day, the FCC is uptight about it. Somebody else using the F word.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm sure there'll be something going on with this. There's a protester just shouting F. Bush over and over again on CNN.
People very upset when their children hear that word. Like they never hear it around the house.
It's just a word that everyone has heard, no matter how old you are.
When daddy yells it at mommy. Sitting there at home. You effing bitch, yeah. When she spills the coffee in the restaurant.
Anthony, some people had a happy childhood.
I had a happy childhood, but I definitely heard some cursing. What, parents never argued? I remember a plate of spaghetti being thrown at a wall near a telephone. Sticks in my head. Yeah, mother, you wham! Pop just threw this thing. It's stuck, and the kids are just horrified, sitting at the table, quiet, watching the spaghetti slowly fall off the wall, smear down, as their argument goes flying into like another room, and you hear the mumble, as we're just silently watching the spaghetti roll down the wall with the sauce, and as my stomach goes from hungry little kid eating his spaghetti to nauseous little knot of anger and anxiety. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Did a bang-up job there.
I had something like that happen growing up. I remember my parents were arguing over the steak, and my father goes, "You're going to bother me about a steak?" And he tipped over the table, and my mother's like trying to give him carrots. He's like, "You called those carrots?" Then my uncle came over, and they left, and she's yelling, "Suck 'em, baby! Suck 'em, you queer!" Out the window.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Happens to all of us.
They just don't know what they're doing with that arguing stuff, parents.
Ladies and gentlemen, just when you thought the show couldn't get any worse, it's Lady Di.
Ah!
Lady Di.
Hey, how you doing, Opie?
Hey, everything's fine. Get Colin in here to save the show.
Jim.
Hey, Lady Di.
What? Yes.
Why are you breathing so heavy?
I'm not breathing heavy. I'm not breathing heavy at all. What are you talking about?
How you doing, man?
I have to put napkins
Can we make this quick?
in the napkin holder.
Model from the 1940s.
Are you there?
Oh, from the
Okay,
40s.
so
Lady Di.
Lady Di.
what?
Colin, it's like we never left. We have Lady Di on the phone.
Yeah.
Colin quit the studio. He hates the... Well, no, he actually likes to retard Laverne and Shirley.
I'm very obsessed with them, yeah.
Yeah.
First time they're wearing those Margaritaville shirts.
But now there's been updates and stuff. They really don't like each other anymore.
Oh.
Lady Di here.
Anthony.
Shut up, and let me talk to Colin.
All right, go ahead.
Lady Di is...
What?
Oh, my God. Do you want to reach through the phone and just choke any bit of worthless life out of her body? I do.
When someone's an alcoholic, it's very rare that I actually root for the disease.
Okay.
Yeah,
How you doing, Colin?
Lady Di, shut up.
I want to say hi to Colin.
I don't care what you want. Please shut up while I explain to Colin what's been going on. Lady Di now lives in an apartment. She needs roommates because she's got no job.
Oh.
She can't pay the
You know, I
rent.
can barely hear you guys.
Her son has been now living with her father because she can't support her own children. Says she's looking for a job, but she's a compulsive liar. She's also a raging alcoholic who's probably drunk right now.
On welfare.
And that's, And the welfare runs out soon.
You know, why don't you guys
I've
do
been
it?
looking for a job, and I can barely hear you
Do you
guys.
see, Colin?
Why don't we get her in like Dr. Phil? Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, it would be.
Can we do that?
Dr. Phil could tell her to maybe replace
If we have
something with
connection-
something else.
Yeah, he'll be like, you have got Lady Di. You.
Yeah, listen, Colin.
Yeah, try to do something, Colin. Just be an idiot and actually attempt to do something.
What's up, Lady Di?
How you doing?
Good.
How
are
you doing?
Okay, but I could barely hear you guys. Can I call you back?
Unfortunately, that's not the same on your end. We could hear every word.
Lady Di, we asked you to call to talk about the Beatles.
Okay.
All right. So,
Because you said last time, we asked Lady Di what she could do. because she's looking for jobs, and she comes back and says, I filled out an application to be a waitress. Like, she's, I don't know, 40 years old. You're not going to be a waitress somewhere like a high school kid would do. So we asked her, what is her, shut up. We asked her what her expertise are. And she said, after a long pause, that she's very good at the Beatles.
Right. Oh. So we asked Lady Di to call in to help us out with some Beatle talk. We had a story about Yoko and Paul today. And Lady Di, I want to thank you for calling in.
Oh, no problem.
Now, so the father of your son, what happened?
Oh, we're going to get into that again?
Yeah, what happened to the father of your son?
Oh, boy. Well, first of all, he was not living with me, okay? That's number one. And second of all, I really don't want to talk about that.
But what happened to the father of your son?
We want to talk
Why
about
do
it.
you want to know?
What happened?
We just want to know what happened.
It doesn't matter.
Did he or did he not kiss a train?
Excuse me?
Did he or did he not kiss a train?
I'm not talking about that. That was a long time ago.
What was?
That was a while ago.
What was?
Did he commit suicide by standing in front of a train?
Oh, I can't talk about that.
Oh.
Why not?
Can we change the subject?
Did he or did he not
No,
end
I don't
his
wanna
life?
Talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. It doesn't matter. That happened in 2001. I think it was 2001. I don't want to talk about that.
I think she's saying.
Is that okay?
I think she's saying it did happen. She just doesn't want to discuss
No, I don't want to talk about what happened.
Yeah, that's probably
That's what I'm saying.
probably a very painful time.
There's probably a lawsuit.
Well,
Maybe a lawsuit, right?
Yeah, it's a loss. Of course,
a
it's a loss.
lawsuit.
Teach you about laws.
And I don't want to talk
Idiot.
about it. Change the subject, please.
Oh.
Let's go to the Beatles.
So he definitely killed himself, huh?
Look, I told you I don't want to talk about it.
It's like Paul is dead. I understand.
Right. Yeah. She doesn't want to talk
Keep the
about it.
mystery.
Yeah, very mysterious.
Is that okay with you?
Ooh.
No.
Come on.
No, not really.
Come on, let's leave that out.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in about the Beatles today.
Excuse me, you didn't even ask me a question yet about them.
How many Beatles were there?
Well, actually, there was 5 in the beginning.
All right. Thanks for calling about the Beatles today.
Well, that's...
Put on Eleanor Rigby. Get another bottle of gin.
All right. We're going to take a
By
very...
the way, Voss walks on stage to Paperback Writer. We all have musical walk-ons.
Yes, I know.
I have mine, and Voss walks on to Paperback Writer.
Why?
Because he's an ass?
Huh?
At the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Well, why that song?
Paperback Writer. Because he's 56.
That's that new hip song. Ladies and gentlemen, Rich Voss. Oh,
it means nothing.
It's really odd that an illiterate walks onto a song about a book.
I can't believe we've never...
Rats like to nibble on those, ruining your books.
Awful joke writer.
All right, Colin Quinn in studio. He's going to save the show.
Save our show. I think
Yes.
we want to break.
That's what I'm just. I'm giving the setup.
We're bringing Colin in to save the show. Have you seen his track record?
Yeah.
Perhaps it should have been someone else. Maybe Chappelle could come in.
Oh.
Opie, Anthony, Dance Party.
Studio, an old friend, Colin Quinn, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
What's going on, Colin?
First of all, it's
Colin.
great the show's back. I'm so happy.
Isn't
It's been
it?
a long time coming.
So nice to have something to do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Even if it is more early than I would like to be up.
Yeah, it is. It's too early.
But we're
know,
here. We're
considering-
employed.
Every time you get depressed, Anthony, just think about that sign, Ron Conkerman, and remember where you're from.
Oh, I
Never
know.
watched that show, the
Ronkonkoma.
show that's in Ronkonkoma and Patchogue, you know, that bounty hunter show, which is hilarious, family business.
Oh, right. Yeah, the guy with the mullet.
That's your block. No, not that guy, the other ones.
The other ones?
They're in Ronkonkoma or something.
The mullets.
No, they're not the
They got mullets out in Ronkonkoma. I've been
Oh,
there.
I know they do.
Yeah. No, I want no part of anything east of, like, Great Neck.
But they have their opening song is actually a AC/DC hit.
Really?
You should go out to that song.
Are you sure it's not the Ozzy song? One of them has Ozzy, too.
No, but that Black Sabbath song you come out to, boy, like you said, we all have our opening music that we come out to, except for me and all the other pros who just kind of
He was slashing you
whatever.
so bad.
Shut
Yeah, I
your
know he
face,
is.
stupid.
Well, if you were going to have an opening song, it would be Taps.
Taps.
Yeah, because you're gonna die.
I don't. That would be funny if I was sick.
No, I mean on stage, stupid.
Oh,
and it
dummy.
is funny because my friends all laugh at it.
They're laughing because you delivered it like a sitcom expectation.
How would you know what a sitcom sounds like?
Wow, what a slam! You're right, Jim. My goal was never reached. Shut up. You know how many sitcoms I gave them a sitcom idea and they didn't want it.
Which one?
You know my idea. The new Honeymooners. It's the Honeymooners nowadays with me and Alice. And you know, he always says, one of these days, well, this starts on that day. I break every bone in her face. And then it turns into like a CSI. He's always threatening to beat her while I beat her brutally.
I love that. I'd watch. Big meaty fist going into a little delicate face.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, well. Then her sister comes by, I go, what time's Bigfoot coming by? You know, a couple of funny sitcoms. Sister comes by, well, she's in a hospital, I sexually assault the sister. That's actually an homage to a Streetcar Named Desire,
course.
but, you know, I think the people like that.
That's very, very good, Colin.
Thanks.
And then what else did he was just smashing you? Well,
I
when
smashed him for coming out to Black Sabbath because
Yeah.
I realized Voss coming out to Paperback Writer is just as ludicrous as this nerd coming out to a Black Sabbath song.
What song do you come out to? No, you don't. He doesn't come out to this.
Look, Jimmy's all upset because this has happened to him in clubs before, where they play the wrong song.
no.
And Jimmy loses his mind.
No, they get the
To him,
the
this is
CD. I bring a CD.
This is sellout Black Sabbath.
Right.
Man, I don't go for
I like Paranoid, but I wouldn't walk out.
Yeah, what song
No,
did he
wouldn't
come
want
out to again? I forget. No, he
No,
doesn't.
What a hack.
It's the
A
most.
National Acrobat.
Oh, is that it?
Yes. It's off Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
What do you think
Of course they don't.
Ozzy would... Of course, what do you think Ozzy would think if I told him the other day how you were vehemently defending, at the risk of your own life, you were vehemently defending, The Stranger and the rest of Billy's great soundtrack, his whole collection.
Billy Joel?
Yeah.
I like Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Shut your mouth.
Just because he and I have the same booking agent? I mean, why wouldn't I like
Oh,
him?
there you
that's
go.
why.
He doesn't want to burn bridges.
No, I do
No,
like
that
him.
wasn't it. He really said it sincerely.
I like him. I
Yeah.
think he's good, yes. It's not bad.
He actually wakes up sometimes to come out Virginia and then does like 5 push-ups, gets himself excited, so he can fancy himself a badass who's trying to corrupt a Catholic school girl.
I do like Billy Joel.
Wow. Kind of puts you in a different category, though, if you like, in the old Ozzy, old Sabbath, Billy Joel.
Right.
No, not at all.
Kind of like Paperback Writer.
I love the Paperback Writer, but I wouldn't walk out to it. That's a
Yeah.
at least the Sabbath song I walk out to is a great walkout song.
It's a great workout song for the right person, but
For me, I'm a big Sabbath fan.
quiet.
No.
It's not about you. It's about the image. Because when you hear the music, you want to see like either some hot, like leather-clad, like Lita Ford. Not that I'm 90 years old.
Jesus.
Oh, my
That's
God.
the hottest chick you could yank out.
You just blew the whole thing by referencing Lita Ford.
That really sexy Mae West.
I know enough to know that that's true, and now I'm going to shut up. 'Cause I'm finished.
What happened there?
Colin, did you watch
Awful.
the inauguration or what?
No, I did not.
You could care less, right?
No, I'd like to see those kinds of things, but, you know, you can only take it so much. It's probably boring.
Yeah, he
Was it
doesn't.
boring?
He doesn't have to watch all that anymore without Tough Crowd.
For that tough crowd, I have to pretend.
Were
to
you a
be-
lot more informed back when you were doing that show than you
Yeah,
are now?
well, yeah. I mean, I've
Yeah.
spent years having it thrust upon me, all of it.
Yeah. Now you just
SNL,
kinda...
and then that is, I always had to watch
Oh,
the
that's
news.
right.
So now you're just not reading the papers anymore. You
No,
care
no,
less,
I
right?
still read, I still read.
You read the comics
The
and-
racing form of the comics. Why, what was the inauguration?
Well, that's how we met him. Remember?
At OTB?
Yeah, coming out of an
Coming out of
OTB.
OTV or on his way to an OTV.
Yeah.
He gave us a tip, told us not to talk about it on the air. We didn't, and that tip came in.
Oh, that's right. And that was the last one that came in. My cousin is the worst.
He had this really good tip from his cousin.
Yeah,
That's
I was
right.
pissed. We were so late. We had to run back to the station. I wanted to play that.
Yeah,
I
he's
missed
been bombing ever since.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a good tip.
But, yeah, things are moving and grooving for me. Don't worry.
Oh, what are you working on now?
Oh, a lot of grand stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I got a couple of great ideas for, TV type shows.
Ideas.
Yeah, just good ideas.
Meetings.
I'm going to pitch them to some of the top network people in town.
Yeah.
Well, the Honeymooners one could be good.
See, I like that one. That idea is great.
Yeah. I think
And all
that
this retro stuff is really making a comeback.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're making a new Bewitched.
Oh, that's right, with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
See, I pronounced his
And
name
Nicole,
right because I was on the show.
Nicole Kidman, right?
Is it Nicole Kidman is going to
think.
be
I never
Samantha?
found her that hot. Why does everyone think she's so hot?
Because she's
Tall,
tall
she's
and
skinny
thin.
and pasty.
It's all thin and pasty. Seems to be the look people are going for.
The young version was really hot with the curly hair.
I didn't like it.
When that movie when she was on that boat or whatever, her breakthrough film.
Really, Uncle? That movie when she was on the boat?
I forgot the name of the movie.
I'm surprised he's not like, hey, Nicole Kiddington.
I forgot the name of the movie.
Quite a looker.
What's the name of that movie? Anyone?
The movie on the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was called Captain Ron.
I
was on a boat.
Poseidon Adventure?
Nathaniel, you know? Take the mic away from Colin.
Nathaniel.
Dead Calm.
What?
Dead Calm.
Dead Calm.
Oh,
that was a good
Nathaniel.
That
Good
movie
one.
made her a star.
Yeah, but it was also, she was hot because it was like a whole undercurrent of rape and murder on that thing, right?
That makes
There's a
girls
lot of crazy
hotter.
stuff going on the boat. Yes.
Where'd you get Nathaniel from, a technical institute in Austria in the 1500s? Why doesn't he call himself Nate and join the crowd?
No, actually, his parents call him Than.
His
They went the
nickname.
other way
Fan.
and call him
That fan.
That Than.
What music does he come out to, Jimmy?
I don't know. I've never done a gig with him on the road. But with Voss, I did one with him.
No, you had him warm up for you.
That fan?
Oh no,
Nathaniel.
I thought Nathaniel.
Oh, he didn't come out to any
Nathaniel.
music.
Is he an aspiring comic?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
He does
I wish
pretty
him the
well.
best.
He does pretty well.
Another one joins the group.
Yeah.
Speaking of the honeymooners, the Black Honeymooners. What do you think of that?
What do you mean? Is that coming out?
Yeah,
Yep.
with
Mike Epps and
Cedric the Entertainer.
What is it, a movie or a TV show?
Movie.
It's going to be a movie, right? The Black Honeymooners.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think
I don't
it's
know.
odd that they're remaking some of these shows and casting black guys as
also doing Back to School.
Yeah, he's doing Back to School.
Back to school, but they're going to call it to school for the first time.
Back to community college. back to DeVry.
Anybody there?
Huh? What?
Hello.
I said, is anybody there?
Oh God.
She's really getting a
I could barely hear you guys.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
saying I can barely hear you 20 times is
Wait,
not good
die
radio.
again.
I'm not a pro, but
Whatever happened?
All right. Dan in Ohio. Dan, what's up?
Hey, not much, guys. What's going on?
We're hanging with Colin Quinn.
Hey, he's hilarious, isn't he?
Yes.
He's not Jim Norton, but he's funny. Hey, I was just
Attaboy,
I try,
Dan.
sir.
hey, sweet tits.
Hi,
Hey,
Dan.
I was just calling to see if you guys saw Jenna Bush at the parade yesterday,
Jenna?
putting that lipstick on. Did you see her doing that?
Wait, which one is she? Is she the blonde?
Yeah, she's a hot blonde with big tits.
Yeah, she's much hotter than her sister.
Yo.
One looks like the president, one looks like the mother.
Lip gloss on, her mouth was wide open like it was a cock, and she was taking square in the
This guy's
mouth.
jacking to the inauguration.
Why do you think he's got that on freeze frame?
And
His whole wall is
camera
covered
was right
with like
on her, and her dad's looking at her and goes, points at the camera and says, hey, they can see you. And then she just kind of got all embarrassed and ducked away.
Ah.
Man, it was the hottest thing from the president's daughter I've seen in quite some time.
Did you whack your bag?
No, I was at work, or I would have.
The hottest presidential kid scene. Apparently, you've never seen John saluting.
Oh. That guy's got a laser scope.
All right, we're going to play the CNN footage.
Footage?
Well, not, the audio of the protester.
This went out over the air on CNN.
Yeah.
All right.
Take a listen to this.
If the president looks out his window, this is what he will see. These are some of the pictures, some of the images you see. You can read those signs. Worst ever, a picture of George W. Bush guilty of war crimes. These are some of the pictures that the president is about to see if he hasn't seen them yet. If he looks out of his window, that's what he will see. And I would venture to say this is not, if he's thinking at all of getting out of the limo, and this would not be the right place to do that. Bob Franken, you're there. Tell us what's going on.
Crowds are being faced off with police who are trained and coordinated, and several hundred, probably close to 1,000, to say nothing of all those who are in the parade going past. So what you have is a face-off. What is pretty much a polite thing that you were hearing just a moment ago. It seems that for whatever reason the crowd has been held down. Some of the organizers are saying one of the reasons is that it is so prohibitively difficult to get in past all the
All right, Bob, I'm going to interrupt. We're having a little trouble hearing you. It's very noisy where you are.
Yeah, nice cover up.
Did they mic the heckler? He had clearer audio than the guy.
Yeah, the heckler you hear.
Does that surprise you on CNN?
No, not at all. That they would point out those signs. Wolf
And they're
Blitzer.
like, it's all very peaceful. Shut
Yeah.
up. See, this is why one of the worst bands in the country was Sarin Gas.
Really?
Yeah, that could have been used to great effect yesterday.
Lob a few into the crowd
bands. I think he said one of the worst bands.
No, I didn't.
to come out to as a comic.
No, I didn't know what he meant. I'm like, what?
I thought I heard bands too.
Yeah, I think he said one of the worst bands. I'm like, who?
Bands.
Let's not get into details. It's long. It's really not worth going back over.
Hey, are you doing I have a question for you. They're doing a tsunami benefit at the comic strip. I told them I'd plug it. Are you doing it? They wanted to know if you were doing it.
And so you chose to confront me on the air. Why don't
Oh.
you call my agent or have them go professionally instead of
All right.
jumping on my face?
David Tell, Jim Gaffigan, Judy Gold, and Jim Florentine. Comic strip Tuesday night.
Okay, Jimmy. Shut
212
your mouth.
No, I'm plugging it for you.
Drop it.
212-861-9386.
What's wrong
And
with doing a benefit,
Yeah,
Colin?
how about-
What's wrong
I
with
don't
you?
believe in the tsunami victims.
Oh,
I'm against them.
That's
you're
true.
against them.
Those
Yeah.
and these so-called Holocaust victims are hiding somewhere together.
I'm kind of with Colin on that whole thing. I think a lot of that aid is going to come and bite us in the ass because it's going to be money that's taken by a lot of these Muslim groups over there
Yeah.
and used against us. in
Let
some
them stop
form.
talking to all Marines so snotty, and maybe they'll get a buck out of me.
There
Maybe.
you go.
Yep.
They don't want us in their country. They don't want our military in their country, even though we're helping people.
Right.
They think we're going to stay there.
It's
or
not
something.
them. They're scared of those Al Qaeda. Look how big Abu Sayyaf, whatever that group is in the Philippines. They're big, man.
Yeah.
Big.
Isn't Indonesia mostly Muslim? I mean, it's like
course it
80%
is.
Muslim.
It's mostly Muslim.
Whole
Yeah.
world is.
Just awful.
Yeah.
You know what the U.S. should send over there? Buckets of salt water. That's how we should help them out. Just dump it out of a helicopter like we're putting out a fire.
That's the last thing they need.
Well, Jim's going to do the benefit, though, right?
I don't know.
If we get back from Washington?
Oh,
Is it
now
appropriate-
it's I don't know.
If I'm back from D.C.,
Shut up, front runner.
I was always up in the air about that.
Is it appropriate to do tsunami jokes at a tsunami?
Who
benefit?
cares? Do them
Good
anyway.
point.
Yeah. Like, what do you do if you have a whole bunch of good tsunami?
If you have a tsunami hunk.
A hunk.
Yeah, I haven't done anything on it.
No. You haven't done any tsunami, Joe.
Why not? Is this the new Jim?
No, I'm not clever enough to write anything.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of a weird one.
Is there a way to tie in pedophile sex with the tsunami?
Yeah, it's like how do you take the hotness out and make it funny? All those beautiful, smooth lads washed away. Take 4 or 5 years to get another crop ready.
Maybe you can go. Maybe you should go on that night. Go on to like a Beach Boys song.
Oh, there you go.
Catch it away.
Catch away, right? Exactly. Ralphie May was over there, walking around the sex areas and stuff
Was he really?
with his chick.
We made the joke that he had caused the tsunami, jumping in the water over there.
But he was acting
Fat
like
bastard.
he just kind of strayed into the sex areas of Thailand. Remember? We didn't really call him out on
if you're
that.
vacationing in Thailand, you go in there for sex with underage boys.
Why-
That's pretty much the only reason to go to Thailand.
He was with his girlfriend, though.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Then it's totally legitimate. So what? He's forcing her into decadent acts also, and then I respect that. Actually,
Maybe he wants, a young boy and a girl with him.
Yeah.
You know, there's no other reason. People go, oh, no, you should see the beaches there. Like, there aren't 50,000 other beaches you can go to.
And if you're Leonardo DiCaprio and Jessica Alba and you go, oh, you should see the beaches there, you might buy they're in some like wild beach ecstasy sex party. But if you're Ralphie May, the minute they get off the plane, they're all like, oh, it is sex tourist. You know.
Yeah, of course. The cab driver tells you exactly where to go to get the young boys.
Right, he won't take you to your hotel. He's like, stop the lie. You know why you're here, fatty.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Anything else, Opie, or are we done with the show today?
Yeah, we're pretty much.
Well, let me tell you something. Patty was very, very outraged. She goes, they really brutalized me today.
Brutalized
I was
her?
out there in New
well, we're
She's
on
a bore fest.
Bring in Patty's gifts for Colin Quinn.
They're right there.
She showed
Where?
me.
She gave us these
Look at
things.
this awfulness.
Oh,
Who am I, Mr. Slate? I need this on my desk.
oh, this is what you can know, Opie.
Yeah, and she goes, I bought him so you could put him on your desk in your office. Like, why do I want to have an Anthony thing? And besides, my desk faces the wall. It's not like I have this big oak desk that when people come into my office, they see the front of it.
With the nice light on top of it.
You should beat her with these.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Just pummel her about the face with those.
You ought to put it on your desk until Mr. Marshall walks in, and then you're caught.
10 minutes to Marshall.
She spent a lot of time on the gift there, Colin. And
Yeah, she did.
we really don't know what to do with it.
She has a good. Is that her signature? It's actually not bad. I expected more of like a scroll.
We kind of threw him away in front of her, and then we kind of felt bad. So then we signed him and said we'll throw him on eBay and we'll collect about $7.
now-
Oh, you guys signed him.
$7,
Yeah, and then we'll
give her
sell
the
him,
money.
give her money because it costs like $18, and for her, it's like a month's rent over at the hovel she lives in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be great. Why don't you get her a hidden camera and let her deal with some of the tenants over there? That would be psychotic.
She's probably one of the normal ones. That's the problem.
She is. I'm sure it's like all like.
Who's
Much
this?
better these days.
Hello?
Who's this?
It's Lady Di again.
All
I
right.
can barely hear you.
So what happened to the father?
hear you.
What happened to the father of your son?
I'm not going to tell you.
Then
Shoot,
why do
shoot,
you
Charlie.
keep calling?
No.
Why do you
Shoot,
keep
shoot,
calling?
Charlie
I
was
thought we
his
were going to
name.
do a Beatles trivia thing.
What happened to the father of your son?
I don't want to talk about it.
Then stop calling the
I'll tell
show
you
because that's what we want to talk
Wow,
about.
Well,
you
why would
shouldn't.
you want to talk about that
You shouldn't
for?
talk about it. It's very sad. You know, his last words were like, "I'll bet you $50 it's a local."
That is not nice.
Imagine that you have to throw yourself in front of one of these
Oh, no,
just to
no, no,
stop
no.
that voice from ringing in your head.
Lady Di,
Yeah, what?
get off the tracks. Lady Di! Di!
Oh, that fat body on the cow catcher. Appropriate name for that thing on the front of a train. That would be wonderful if it just slammed into her. Oh,
We really stink today.
yeah.
Has nothing to do with you, Colin. We were really hoping you were going to save the show.
Well,
we had a really bad one today.
I'm not the kind of guy that comes, you know.
You're not a good reliever?
No, I'm not the guy that comes in and just starts whipping out impressions. I kind of
Right.
go with whatever the vibe is.
No, that's the problem.
I'm not the guy that's like, "Hey, how are you? Oh boy, what's going on today? I'll tell you."
Let me tell you about the ride over here.
My
Cabby
American Idol was crazy last night. Boy, I stink.
We've been struggling all day.
Why do you think I'm so finished?
All
Yeah,
day.
but what do you think Reagan would say if he were in here?
Oh, well,
Anything on Ashley Simpson?
I'll break up my.
We'll just throw subjects at you. Ashley Simpson.
Why? What happened to her today?
Well, the Orange Bowl thing was the latest.
Oh, the Orange Bowl. I thought that was a debacle. I mean, here she is trying like crazy. I'll give her acid reflux.
Hey, Colin. All right, Iraq, what do you got?
Oh, that's what Leno did to me. Leno.
Are you kidding?
I wanted to pop him right in his jaw. He goes,
Are you name
Iraq,
dropping?
what do you got? I
that's
go,
all he
Jay,
said?
what do I got on Iraq?
Do you have an hour?
Russia, what do you got?
Russia. Oh, that's horrible. Wow,
really-
put on the spot.
So what did you say?
What a segue.
What did you say?
I threw some ham-handed jokes out. But it's like, you know, you can't set somebody up with serious subjects like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know? If it's Ashley Simpson or something, then you would say, all right, you know.
You got a little something on Ashley Simpson.
And then you make that acid reflux / semen joke, and everyone laughs, and a few people nod knowingly.
All right, we'll throw another one at you.
Okay.
Rich Voss.
His voice sounds like a tsunavi. A wet, out of control, misdirected
Disaster.
Well, Mr. President.
You think it's going to be a lot less wet than it turns out being when he starts talking?
Well, he's out there writing
Blinks.
for
Let's.
credit.
I got an idea for an improv. What you do one of your great impressions, and then I'll do Voss, and he'll do Keith.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, Keith, I'm not a big fan of the black people.
Believe me, the sisters know what I'm talking about. Ah, shut up, stupid. The sisters know. They know I'll eat the coaching.
Oh, let me finish doing Keith. Ladies and gentlemen, you might recognize your headliner.
It's not on Revolver, stupid. You brought me out to the wrong song. It's on Rubber Soul.
Oh, he stinks.
Awful, boss.
I'm going to jump out this window.
How much time do we have in the show?
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah, we're
Oh, man, I
done.
want to play the phone call from Jimmy's mom because I don't think Colin ever heard that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that is a classic.
Do we have time? Real fast.
I
I
sure
was
hope
talking
the,
about
the
quitting
Pac-Man music
whores,
doesn't come in.
prostitutes
Quitting
on the
prostitutes, and your mom took you out of it?
Show. She left me a message in my machine.
This
Real
is
message.
so awkward. Listen to this. Come on.
Hi, sweetheart. It's Mom. How are you? Jimmy, I know this is a little awkward, but everyone's fine here. But we heard the radio show. We love it, by the way. And you were talking about giving up, the ladies of the evening, which is a wonderful thing. But you know what? Dr. Phil always says replace something with something. So I was thinking, you have that nice gym downstairs. And, just for like 20 minutes to half an hour, and you would feel better. Use that. And also there's gyms in New York you could go. You could exercise, and you would feel a whole lot better. You'd lose a little weight, you'd tone up, and you relieve, tension and stuff, and you'd be meeting other people. I don't know, honey. I just thought it might be a good thing. I'm sorry, I'm interfering, I know. I'm thinking of you. Nobody knows I'm calling. So, don't get offended or think I'm strange, but I am a mother, and I worry about you. You're doing so well. Everything's falling into place. This might be just one of the, the health thing. It would help you, sweetheart. Well, anyway, that's it. I'm not going to go on and on. I know it's not my business. But anyway, I love you, and I feel I can interfere because I'm your mother. I'm taking special license. But anyway, we're looking forward to seeing you at Christmas, and I really hope you can make it. And anyway, don't be mad at me, okay, sweetie? I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
First of all,
I love how
I love her insightful example of how to get over addiction. Go to the gym downstairs. Mrs. Norton, he's going to end up in steam rooms letting guys walk. I mean, I don't understand it. And second of all, what kind of family? What did you do to that poor woman? She's like, don't be mad, but please don't sleep with too many prostitutes. Got her on the short. What kind of codependent, awful, submissive? What did you do to that woman? Don't be mad. The father must beat her mercilessly. Don't be mad, Jimmy. I'm your mother. Can I say don't sleep with prostitutes? Please. I know I'm out of line. What kind of sick family is this, Norton? Please, Jimmy, don't freak out, but could you not sleep with prostitutes in the days of AIDS? And
Colin Quinn, thanks for stopping by.
Evening.
We're out of here. This mess is over. And we'll see you guys live from Washington Monday.
Maybe.